the news, Governor Umoino felicitates wife of Dabai Sekurare 70, attributes his efficiency in service delivery to the Sekurare family. Stakeholders from South Zone brainstorm an effective implementation of the Child's Rights Law. Plus, families in tears over demolition of houses in Tarinyangitam by unidentified persons. Hello there and welcome to NTA Uyo News of this hour. My name is Okun Ndem. Thanks for joining us. This broadcast is reaching you live on Star Times, Channel 103, as well as our social media platforms on Facebook and YouTube. And now to the news. Governor of Akwa Ibom State Umoino has attributed his love for inclusiveness, integrity in service delivery to his early contact with the Sekurare family. The governor made this known at the 70th birthday celebration of the wife of Dabai Sekurare in Port Harcourt, Rivers State. Calvin Samuel reports.
Recalling his growing-up days under the watchful eyes of the late Bishop Isokam, who describes the wife of the late cleric as a mother with a large heart, appreciate the values inculcated in him and the love showered on him by the family.
We grew up there and they taught us public service. Some of you are still here. I remember the days in NAFCON. I was a very little tiny and that was always running around. We'd go home, we'd eat, mommy would take care. We'd stay together and she never discriminated. I'm from Akwa Ibom, but I'd lived here for a better part of my life.
Mrs. Dabai Sekurare is a widow of the founding pastor of Overcomers Ministry of Believers Fellowship, Port Harcourt, and the governor attended the birthday celebration with a state delegation. In Uyo, Kevin Samuel, NTA News.
Akwa Ibom State Deputy Governor Senator Kone Yarayi has charged the newly inaugurated executive of Oro Union to collaborate with the state government to help drive home dividends of democracy. The state deputy governor gave the charge during a courtesy call in office by the new leadership of the union. Calvin Samuel again reports.
Congratulating the new President General Sir Esang Basi and his executive committee, the deputy governor reassures that the Umoinos-led administration is always ready and open to work with like minds to advance the development of the state. She encourages the new executive to emulate the all-inclusive nature of this administration by ensuring they unite the entire people of Oro nation by providing a peaceful atmosphere, shun destructive criticisms, abuse of public office holders.
A structure, security structure to man Oro, the waters and the land. Other than what the government is doing, we, as individuals, as a family, we owe our people to also play that same role.
Earlier, the board chairman and the president general tried to rule as one indivisible entity where peace and justice will reign.
I have met with some ex-militants in our nation and they have promised to help public security in their waters and the villages. However, they say that they have issues with finances and unsettled bills by the state government security council meetings, as I intend to equally draw the attention of the governor to eat.
I am certain that as a keen observer of the happenings in Oro, you knew about last year's Union AGM and the election of the new executive. None of the people present here are strangers to you, Your Excellency. I'm sure you know most of them. So, this for me is a formality.
The theme were in the government house to introduce the new leaders of Oron Union to the deputy governor. From the government house, Uyo, Kevin Samuel, NTA News.
Assembly by the state governor, and passage have scaled the first reading on the floor of the motion by the chief whip of the house, Effiong Johnson, and seconded by a member representing Etemekboika State Constituency, Mfon Idong.
Law to establish the Akwa Ibom State Infrastructure and Asset Management and Maintenance Agency, and for other matters connected therewith, and a bill for a law to establish the Akwa Ibom, where the governor urged the necessary legislative consideration and passage.
A bill for a law to establish the Akwa Ibom State Infrastructure and Asset Management and Maintenance Agency, and for other matters connected the standing order of Akwa Ibom State House of Assembly. I am forwarding the above bill for your
and Maintenance Agency and other matters connected thereof, and a bill for law to establish the Akwa Ibom State Bulk Purchase Agency, and for the purchase of all communities in the state and connected thereof.
Towards law establishment of juvenile courts and correctional centers for children, where they will be reintegrated into the society, formed part of discourse at a 2-day training on capacity building of principal officers of State's Child South Geopolitical Zone. Emedi Omomo has details.
Children are the building blocks of NT, gathered to brainstorm on ways to improve the welfare of children in various states for holistic data. Representing Minister of Women Affairs, Uju Ohaneye, acknowledged that some of the states have passed the child rights law, hence the need for the
Rights Act. Stakeholders at all levels are carried along, just like this training we are holding now, is to build their capacity.
Can we synchronize the age of the child in our child rights law with the age, then with the United Nations definition? Can cases?
And we felt that a starting point is to build their capacity.
I think would be because of the economic state, like the state of the economy. Things are hard right now, so some parents will force their children to leave school and go to the streets, which is not good for them at this stage because they need their education right now.
Aim of the training, according to
State Child Right Implementation Committee to the National Child Right Implementation Committee.
What we want to achieve here today is to ensure that the Child Rights Implementation Committee at the state level is well equipped, set up by the law.
It is the hope of the people that child abuse, violence, neglect, and exploitation of children.
No fewer than 63 residents have been rendered homeless in Intariyangitam community following the demolition of their houses by its Chiweade and relations. Clemens Barikwi has details.
It was a hot and calm Friday afternoon on 16 February for businesses when the unimaginable struck. Some men arrived the community with heavy-duty equipment and started.
You came with people with black and black. Mama ached with them, started mama acheting people up and down.
I was called that the house has been demolished, and I rushed before I got to the scene. The deed has been done.
And when I asked why the destruction, they said they had a court order, of which when I started this work, nobody had ever come here to tell me that case on any of the land, any of the parcel of lands here.
I'm just a ordinary keke rider, trying to please